Our headlines today. Some of the toughest new Covid restrictions in England are expected for 1.5 million people in Merseyside as the region responds to soaring infection rates.
A major study suggests growth of the pandemic may be slowing, but the government warns the country is at a critical moment.
Not only cases going up, but we're already seeing an increase in deaths. So things are definitely headed in the wrong direction.
Good morning. It's the final countdown for furloughed workers. There's 1 month left of the multi-billion-pound scheme, but more than 10% of the workforce still relies on it. Has it saved jobs? And what comes next?
A total ban on plastic straws, stirrers and cotton buds comes into force in England.
Good morning. Will Darren Southgate give his misbehaving youngsters a second chance? Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood will find out today if they've made the England squad just a few weeks after being thrown out of the last one for breaking Covid-19 rules.
We meet the sniffer dogs being trained to detect whether someone has coronavirus in less than a second.
Zoo and aquarium bosses say they're finding it virtually impossible to get money from the government's coronavirus recovery fund. Just one zoo out of around 300 in England has successfully made a claim, according to the industry body, which says breeding programmes for endangered animals may have to be cancelled. The government says its rescue package is to provide a safety net for businesses which find themselves in serious financial difficulty.
Look at the front pages for you. So, let's have a look at the Daily Telegraph first, reporting that Boris Johnson has insisted there is only one way to beat a second wave of coronavirus. Says the Prime Minister's targeted lockdowns puts him at odds with his scientific advisers.
Now, the gloomy Mr Johnson is pitted against the upbeat Bank of England's chief economist on the front page of the Daily Mail. Let me explain. Andy Haldane said the economy has clawed back almost 90% of its losses, but excess caution is putting that rebound at risk.
Daily Mirror, picturing the Prime Minister's father, Stanley Johnson, inside a shop in London, not wearing a face covering.
And the Sun's website reports on the former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, who's apologised for breaching the rule of 6 after being photographed at a dinner party for 9 people.
There's a big hole in Transport for London's budget, and this morning the London Assembly's Budget Committee is meeting to discuss the problem. It's predicted that TfL will need £5.8 billion of government money to keep services running over the next 18 months. The Covid-19 outbreak has seen a significant reduction in passenger numbers, and TfL relies on passenger income to fund its operations.